Have you ever had that nagging feeling that something's off, but you just can't put your finger on it? That was Mark's life for the better part of a year. He and Sarah had been married for a decade, and from the outside, they were the perfect couple. They had the nice house, 2 great kids, and a life built on what Mark thought was solid ground. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, cracks started to appear in their foundation. It began with her phone. Sarah, who used to leave her phone lying around anywhere, suddenly guarded it like it was a national treasure. It was always face down on the table or clutched in her hand. If he picked it up to move it, she'd get jumpy. Just respecting your privacy, he'd tell himself. Everyone needs their own space. Then came the new hobbies. She started going to a late-night yoga class twice a week. It's the only one that fits my schedule, she'd say, rushing out the door. Mark thought it was great she was taking care of herself, even though it meant he handled bedtime with the kids alone more often. Her work life became incredibly demanding, too. There were sudden team-building weekends and urgent client dinners that he was never invited to. He'd offer to drop her off or pick her up, but she always insisted on taking her own car. "It's just easier, honey. Might have to stay late," was her standard reply. The distance between them grew. Intimacy became a memory. When he tried to talk about it, she'd either get defensive, saying he was being needy, or turn it around on him. "You're always so tired from work, Mark. I didn't want to bother you." He started to believe it was his fault. Maybe he wasn't being attentive enough. Maybe he was the one who had changed. He tried harder. He planned date nights, but she'd cancel at the last minute because of a work emergency. He bought her flowers. And she'd give a polite but distracted thank you before putting them in a vase and seemingly forgetting about them. The warmth that once defined their home was replaced by a polite, chilly distance. They were roommates co-parenting their children, not a husband and a wife. Friends started to notice. His best friend Dave pulled him aside at a barbecue. "Hey man, is everything okay with you and Sarah?" "She seems distant." Mark just shrugged it off, defending her. "She's just stressed with work." It's a tough time. He was so busy making excuses for her that he couldn't see the truth right in front of him. The breaking point came on a random Tuesday. Mark got off work early and decided to surprise Sarah at her office, maybe take her to lunch. He walked in, flowers in hand, feeling hopeful for the first time in months. Her coworker at the front desk gave him a confused look. Sarah. She took the day off. Said she had a doctor's appointment. A cold dread washed over Mark. He called her phone. It went straight to voicemail. On a gut feeling, he drove home. And there, parked in their driveway, was a car he'd never seen before. A sleek, black sports car. His heart pounded in his chest as he walked through the front door he'd left unlocked that morning, and from their bedroom upstairs, he heard it. He heard her laughter, a kind of carefree, joyful laughter he hadn't heard in years. And then he heard a man's voice. In that single, heart-shattering moment, all the little signs clicked into place. The phone, the late-night yoga, the work trips, the distance. It wasn't a collection of random, unrelated events. It was a pattern, a carefully constructed lie. He stood there in the entryway, the flowers slipping from his hand, and realized the life he thought he was fighting to save was already gone. He hadn't just missed the signs. He had actively ignored them, hoping that if he didn't see them, they weren't real. But they were, and it was far too late. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next one.